I've got a brand new pre-run activation routine using just yourself, a mat and a band. The band makes it a little bit more challenging for the glutes, which means it's much more efficient. So if you really need a quick, short, sharp and snappy routine to go just before a session, this is perfect. And we'll start this one on our backs with our heels planted. Band just around the tops of the knees. We're going to work through the glutes, the hamstring, the shoulders, the core in a nice quick flow. Starting here with your hip bridge, heels grounded, arms by your sides, tuck your tailbone, curling all the way up to the very top, and then from here, start to pulse those knees slowly to open, slowly to close. We lower the hips just halfway, and then we slowly lift straight back up. We have one pulse and one halfway bridge. So the reason we're just going for the halfway bridge just keeps you under a little bit more tension, which means we warm up the muscles a little bit quicker. And you're getting two movement planes here. You're getting hip extension for glute max, hip abduction for glute med. So it's a nice two-part process here, trying to get a little bit of warmth, bit of activation into the posterior chain and lateral chain. We have 3 more here. And 2. We'll finish off this very last one. From here, just a little bit of foot, ankle, calf. Reach your arms up. From here, keeping tension on the band, start to lift your heels. Lower your heels. Lift your heels. Lower your heels. So it's a really nice one. You've got an isometric hold here for the hamstring tendons. You've got a nice high lift and lower through the ankles to warm up through those calves. Specifically soleus here, bent knee position, so great for endurance. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels down, slowly articulating all the way down, tailbone touches. And then from here, we're coming up. We're away here to get a little bit of warmth through the shoulders, the core, and still the hips. So your palms are stacked under your shoulders, band exactly the same position, pushing up into your full plank. From here, squeeze your heels back, tighten your hips, extend your middle spine. Start to tap your right toe to the right. We come back to center position. From here, bend your knees, bottom back to your heels. Back into your plank, exactly the same again. One tap to the right, back to center. Bend your knees, bottom back to your heels. This is a good one. You're getting shoulders, right side strength. You're getting core and even quads, bit of mobility through the ankles as well. And we have 4 more just like this. Trying to keep your knees straight as you tap across. Shoulders stacked. 3 to go, and get your tailbone right back towards your heels. Last 2. And we're coming up to our very last one here. And keeping with this nice warmth, we're going to come onto the forearms all the way down, push your heels back, and just go straight into 20 seconds of right side foot tap. So you're going to keep the shoulders stacked directly over the elbows, the wrists in a line with the elbows, so you've got that really nice tram track alignment. Eye gaze forwards. You have 10. You'll be working into that left side stability, right side activation. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The knees come down. Little thoracic curl here. So drop your chest, lift up through your hips. Happy puppy to extend that middle spine. Have a sway side to side, stretch the shoulders. And then from here, coming onto that left side forearm, we're gonna get specifically into the glutes, the powerhouse of your run. So with your heels stacked and your knees bent, you've got your right hand to your hip. Extend that right leg nice and straight. All right, from here, we're just gonna go a bit of hip flexion. So we're gonna bend that knee and bring that hip into flexion. Charge that heel all the way long and halt. We have 2 little pulses, once and twice. So it's just a hip knee flexion bend. And extend to halt. Pulsing once and twice. Because we've got the band, we won't need to do as many reps. You get that really nice strong activation quite quickly without actually doing too much. We're not even in a hover here, we're keeping the hips stacked, heavy, shoulders down, obliques lifted, and the pulses should be small and controlled. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Double pulse once and twice. We have 3 more rounds just like this, keeping your knees separated at all times. And 2. And we're coming up to our very last rep here. Instead of the 2 pulses, we have 15 seconds here of continuous pulses. So shoulders down, pulses are small, leg is straight, to really try and get into those really deep hip muscles, into the glutes, and even deeper than that to really keep those hips stable. For your single leg stability when you run, you have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come together, give it a little tap out, and we come straight on over onto our sit bones here. We're gonna warm up through the posterior chain, thoracic, shoulders, hamstrings. So bands still around the knees, heels hip width apart, palms just behind you, fingertips facing outwards. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Push up through your heels, lift up into your reverse bent knee plank position. And from here we go for 1 pulse out on the band. Gently, slowly lower your hips to tap. We come straight back up, hip extension. 1 pulse out on the band. Slow down and straight back up. 1 pulse out and 1 slow lower to lift. You want to squeeze between your shoulder blades and just making sure your eye gaze is towards your knees so your neck stays nice and neutral. You're getting glute med here as you pulse out. Getting those hip extensors, shoulder strength, bit of core here as well as you lift. We have 3 more here, and we had that 15 seconds of continuous pulses in 2. We only need to do 1 portion of this. And 1, hold and lift. 15 seconds here of open and close. Open and close. Shoulders working, core nice and drawn in, hips nice and straight. Just that little bit of hip abduction for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Gently lowering down through your hips, relax your shoulders, just go for a little sway from side to side. Release your lower back, your hips, give your shoulders a little shake. And we are coming straight on up and over into our plank for our other side. So just coming straight on in to your nice strong plank position. So you've got your neck nice and long, hips nice and tight. We take 1 little step to the left and back to center. Bend your knees, bottom back to your heels. Straight back into your plank. So you have 1 left side toe tap and 1 knee bend. So we're warming up. Once again, the shoulders, quads. Stabilizers on the right. Activating through the left. Full body little flow here to get you nice and warm. Ready to run nice and efficiently. And see if you can start to get a little bit more range for your second round. So you've got a bit more mobility. See if you can get your tailbone right back towards your heels. We have 3 more reps here. And we come onto those forearms. And 2. And final round here. Tailbone comes back. We come straight down onto those forearms. Shoulders stacked. From here, heels nice and high, quads engaged. Just a little tap to the left and return. Little tap to the left and return. So your right side leg is holding, stabilizing. That's your standing leg, your pillar of support. And you've got activation and strength for your shoulders through your left side glutes. You have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're done. The knees come down, tailbone lifts, chest will drop. Have a little sway side to side, releasing your thoracic, getting that spine warmed up. Ready for a nice fluid arm swing. And then from here, coming onto your right side forearm. Knees are stacked, hand on your hip, lift up your obliques, lengthen your neck. And then from here, extend that left side leg. Knees are separated, toe facing forwards. Gently start with that hip knee flexion. That's it. And then charge your heel back to halt. and you have 2 little pulses, once and twice. The good thing is, it is tough with a band, but you don't need to do as many reps. It gets right to the right spots pretty quickly and efficiently. And just make sure the knees aren't too close together. When you run, you never want your knees to be completely together. You always want a little bit of space. So you've got that really nice soldier-like formation. Legs are in parallel. So try and maintain that here, and just watch your thoracic lengthen through your neck, lift up under your ribs, and keep your lower core gently pulled back towards your spine. And we've got 4 more rounds here before we go for that 15-second round of pulses. 3 to go. Last 2. Starting to really feel it in the lateral glute. You'll notice that when you run in a really good way, extend and hold, you've got that 15 seconds here. Small, controlled, straight knee, flexed ankle for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Just give your glute a little tap, rolling straight onto your belly, 1 little spinal extension, and then we roll into flexion just to sort of seal yourself off, get your spine nice and primed. Palms down, elbows down, pushing your shoulders back, looking up towards the ceiling. Thoracic extension. If you want to go a little deeper, you can straighten your elbows. Get a nice deep back bend here, relaxing through your upper traps. Hold that one there for 3, 2, 1. Pushing all the way down, tailbone back to your heels to finish in a little bit of flexion. Reach your hands forwards, rounding out through that spine. Little neutralizer here after that extension into flexion. And then walking your hands back to your knees, rolling out through your shoulders. You are all done, all warmed up and ready for your run. I hope you enjoyed your session of Pilates with AB. If you did, I have a whole smorgasbord of classes. In the link below, you can get access to my whole platform, over 240 on-demand classes, 14 live classes a week, and all you need to do is click the link below for a free trial. Get into it, you'll love it.